A hot bath sounds like the opposite of a sleep signal. It raises body temperature, brightens the skin, and can feel energizing. Yet the useful part may happen after you step out. Blood vessels near the skin stay open, heat leaves the body, and the temperature curve turns downward as bedtime approaches. 2 public studies, one controlled home experiment and one large older adult study, suggest that this sequence can be linked with faster sleep initiation. The catch is important. Hotter is not automatically better, and the research does not support turning a bath into an endurance test. The smaller study asked 23 healthy adults to follow 3 routines at home, roughly 1.5 to 2 hours before bed: shower only, a short bath, or a longer bath. Researchers tracked skin and sublingual temperature, subjective sleep and sleep onset using wrist actigraphy. The longer bath raised sublingual temperature more, then produced a larger fall before bedtime. Compared with showering, actigraphy measured sleep onset was shorter, and participants also rated falling asleep and sleep quality more favorably. This is a carefully structured comparison, but it is still a small experiment rather than a universal recipe. The temperature pattern is the key visual. Think of the bath as creating a hill, not a permanently elevated line. In the long bath condition, temperature rose by about 0.9 degrees Celsius in the author's conclusion, then fell more before sleep than after the short bath. The published result does not mean everyone needs that exact rise. Water temperature, body size, bathroom conditions, and comfort all change the response. The evidence supports a warm enough exposure followed by time to lose heat, not maximum heat, pain, dizziness, or staying in until you feel depleted. A second study moved from 23 people to 1,094 older adults living at home. Bathing and sleep were measured repeatedly, and sleep onset came from both actigraphy and self-report. Baths ending 61 to 120 minutes, or 121 to 180 minutes, before bedtime were associated with shorter sleep onset and a larger distal to proximal skin temperature gradient. That gradient is an indirect sign of warm hands and feet releasing heat. The scale is impressive, but the schedule was not randomly assigned, so routine, health, and lifestyle could still influence the association. Put the studies together and the most defensible message is about timing. Warming immediately before getting into bed may leave too little time for the downward phase. Finishing about 1 to 2 hours before bed is a practical starting point, while the large study also found an association in the next hourly window. But this is not a precision clock. The evidence comes from particular Japanese bathing habits and an older population, while the controlled experiment was small. A comfortable warm shower may still be useful. It simply did not produce the same result as the longer bath in that one protocol. To test this without turning your evening upside down, keep 3 things stable for several nights: bedtime, caffeine timing, and room conditions. Then finish a comfortable bath roughly 90 minutes before lights out. Note when you entered bed your best estimate of sleep onset and how you felt the next morning. Compare that with several shower-only nights. If bathing makes you lightheaded, overheated, or uncomfortable, stop. People with medical restrictions around heat should follow qualified advice. The goal is a repeatable wind-down cue and a gentle temperature decline, not a heroic dose of heat. Here is the takeaway. A warm bath can plausibly help the transition into sleep, especially when it ends early enough for skin heat loss to occur before bed. A 23-person experiment found shorter actigraphic sleep onset after longer bathing than after showering. A much larger older adult study found the strongest associations when bathing ended roughly 1 to 3 hours before bedtime. Neither proves a cure for insomnia. But if you already enjoy bathing, moving it earlier may be a low-effort experiment with a measurable question. Do you fall asleep more easily without making the water hotter?